Test. Okay, that took way too long. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me okay. I was getting worried for a second there. Took literally 7 minutes to get this thing started. I don't know if there's a lot of people using GoToWebinar right now, but it's being very buggy. How's everyone doing? Steven, how's it going? Daniel, Lynn. Let me show my screen. Don't have much of a presentation for you guys. I'm not sure if we're on number 3 or number 4 or number 5. I'm not sure how many Q&A sessions we've done now. Everything's just a big blur. The days are all mixed together, losing track of what day of the week we're on. Don't remember how to count right, but anyway, we'll try to get through this. Here's the last agenda that I created from the different sessions we've ran, and I believe I've crossed out everything else, everything here that's in yellow, and I added a few things that I want to cover today. I'll probably set up some follow-up sequences with you guys, show you how you can monetize your follow-up sequences, show you some ways that you can monetize while building your list. I'll show you the perfect thank you page that I like using, and much more. Anything that you guys want to talk about for the next hour to hour and a half. Does that sound good to you guys? Steve Aid from Tampa. How's it going, Steven from San Francisco? All right, so number 4, perfect. So we are live session number 4. And the days are definitely blurring into one. Yeah, I mean, can you guys believe it's Saturday? It doesn't even feel like a Saturday. Like usually Saturday mornings, I'm up and on the basketball court by 8 a.m. and I play till about 11 a.m. But it just feels like a regular old day today. Sion is saying I'm a rookie and at beginning of setup. If this is your first Q&A and walkthrough, then you may want to go back and watch the first Q&A and walkthrough session that we've done, where I kind of start with the basics of navigating the members area. I explain the upgrades, I talk about the bonuses, how to set up a list, how to set up a broadcast, how to set up a follow-up sequence. And in between all of these, I go on random tangents as well. So definitely, if this is your first one, once we're done with this one, go back and watch the other Q&A sessions as well. Steve is saying, do you have all the trainings in one place? Yes, we do. Let me show you where to get that. So if you come here to help, tutorials, and here at the bottom, it says webinar replays. And here they should all be on here. So yeah, so this is number 3. All right, perfect. So we are on number 4. Here's the first one. Here goes 1. There's 1. Here's the first Q&A. This was more about strategy, and there was an offer at the end. This one, Q&A. This one was for the Convertree special. Well, no, these 2 are actually Convertree specials. I did 2 webinars with him over the last year. This was another Q&A session, and I think there might be one missing because that counts only 2. 1, 2. But either way, they're all on here, and this one will be on here as well once I get the replay up. So they're all on here. All right. Lewis is saying, don't feel bad for tangents. If it weren't for tangents, we'd just be going in circles. Yeah, absolutely. Tom is going to try and help me link Sendiio to my host. So some of you guys have actually gotten some good help from one of my good friends, Steve, who's inside the Facebook group. He does charge a fee to set things up for you, but if you want to get your Sendiio account set up with your SMTP hosting account for whatever host you're using, or he might even recommend a hosting provider that he recommends, and then he'll set it up for you. You can look him up in the Facebook group. He's already helped a few members that rather just get someone to do it for you. I think don't quote me on this, but he might charge between 97, 127, something like that, a one-time fee. And then you just give him access to everything, and he'll get you guys set up with your domain and everything hooked up to your to your servers. So if you guys want to hire him for that, I don't get any credit. I don't get paid for that. This is a service that he runs himself. You guys can look him up in the Facebook group. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, make sure you do so. I'm going to post the link to it in the chat box. And he's in there. He's already replied to a few people asking for help like that. So if you're not too tech savvy and you've gone through the tutorials that we have here and you still feel like you can't figure it out, feel free to hit up Steve. Steve Haas is his name. That's the Facebook group. And he's pretty much all about email delivery, SMTPs, and everything. He knows exactly how to set things up. Haas, his last name is A. Let me just go into the Facebook group and show you guys. Let me just go directly, post a link. All right, my internet is going slow. Ben is saying, will I cover things from the email cache blueprint program? Not on these. I want to stick, the Q&As specific to just Q&As all about Sendiio, and then the different programs to those. We did talk on the webinar about how you can use the email cache blueprint system with Sendiio, but pretty much they are offering done for you email traffic. That's pretty much at the end of the day, that's what they're offering you. Highly targeted, done for you email traffic. And you can send it anywhere you want. So I can cover it real fast. One of the ways that I'm going to be using it is using their email traffic to send to my squeeze page, my offers, and get those leads and that traffic that they're sending me onto my list, so that I can start, monetizing them and building relationships with them on my autoresponder. Okay. So pretty much just think of them as a traffic source, highly targeted email traffic, and they're doing everything for you. They're writing the emails, they're designing the emails, they're sending the emails, and they have an insanely high level of targeting that you can do. Literally, you can target a woman who's, between 30, 35 years old, who drives a minivan, who has 2 kids, and who has an income of $75,000 or more. Literally, that's the kind of targeting that you can do with their email traffic. So you're getting that high level email traffic. You can send it to your squeeze page, give them a relevant offer and have them join your list. And then from there, once they're on your list, then you can, obviously extend the amount of income that you can make from those subscribers. Okay. I wouldn't send that email traffic to a sales page or to anywhere that you can't capture the lead. Okay. And that goes for any email, for any kind of traffic. If you're getting traffic to anywhere, you want to make sure that you are capturing the emails or the phone numbers or whatever it is, because you can use their system to for local as well, and you can capture local information, phone numbers, addresses, things like that, and then you can do further monetization like that. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, Ben. Oh, whoops, I forgot about this. So he is in here somewhere. Let's see, on one of these posts. There he goes. Here he goes right here. Look, if you go to this post here, Tom's post, he is right here at the very top. So Steve Haas, and you can see his cover image is all about email marketing services and things like that. So Steve, and then the last name is Haase. All right, so got that out of the way, and let's see if there's any more questions, and then we'll jump into setting up some follow-up sequences. Michelle saying, when did you create a Facebook group? I didn't. This is actually a group that I've had for a while. I just kind of rebranded it. I changed the name to just have my name to keep it simple. But before I used to be very, very active in this group. You can see there's over 6,800 members. So there's people from everywhere in this group, customers, people that came from my blog, people that, came from different sources, different traffic sources, because there was a while where I was really pumping traffic to this Facebook group. And then over time, it just became a big support group Oh, look, there's 8 of you waiting to join. Let me approve you now. Oh, 17 actually. Okay, just approved all of you. But I've gotten so many requests to set this back up, so I just, instead of creating just another new group, I just went ahead and fired this one back up. So make sure you guys get in here. All right. Yeah, David's saying another marketer said you don't support your software, but they are obviously wrong. I would like to know who that is. All of my software is supported and up to date and everything. The only one we are having a small issue with right now is Xranker 360, but I mean we're on top of it. We're getting it fixed, and anytime something comes up, we're on top of it. My team is still working. They're working from home, but yeah, I mean I have 3 developers that work for me, and I mean they always work from home anyway, so um, they're kind of used to that. All right. Lewis is saying, do you have a step-by-step flowchart for setting up a follow-up sequence from opt-in page form through email sequence? No, I don't have a step-by-step flowchart, but I guess I can see if I can create one from the training that we do today. I might have some training in my MindMeister account, like what's it called? What are these called? These like, I forgot what these are called, but I have a bunch of these. Okay, so let's actually jump in and set up a follow-up sequence, okay? And I'll show you guys some cool tricks that you can do with Sendiio so that you can not only have people going through a follow-up sequence, but also you'll be able to send out broadcast promotions as well. So let's say we come over here to create a sequence and we add a new sequence. There's pretty much 2 ways that you can do this, okay? Well, actually, let's talk more like 8 ways to do this. You can do list to a new, you can do list, no, 4 ways, tags. So you can do either to a list, and then you can do existing list emails or new list emails, and then you can do tags, and then you can do to new tags, new tag emails or existing tag emails. Okay, so if I do to list and I do to existing list emails, and let's say that I select this list as an example, okay, it's going to send this broadcast to all of the existing emails that are already on this list, okay? And it's very important that you guys know that, because any new people that join this list will not get this follow-up sequence, okay? If you want to set up a follow-up sequence to any new people that join this list, all you'll pretty much do is just duplicate the sequence exactly as it is, and then just change it to new list emails and select the same list. So that way you're going to have 2 follow-up sequences running at the same time. One is going to be going to the existing ones, and the other one is going to go to anyone new that joins the list. All right. So that's how you do that. Okay, and then from here you can also exclude different lists and different tags, and this is where things get fun, okay? Because you can have this particular list of customers going through a specific follow-up sequence. So if you have, if these are brand new customers and you don't want them getting any other kind of promotional broadcast that you'll be sending, then you can start to exclude other lists, okay? So let's say that this list of customers are going through a different sequence, or I'm getting ready to send out a broadcast message to these people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exclude those, and now I know that I can still send out emails to this list, whether and they'll be excluded from this follow-up sequence, so that I'm not bombarding them with a follow-up sequence and broadcast emails, because although these people have joined my list or purchased my product and given me permission to email them, I don't want to abuse that permission and be emailing people 5-6 times a day with 3 different sequences and 2 different broadcasts and things like that. So I'm always very, very careful on how I'm promoting, so that I'm trying to prevent multiple emails going out to one person promoting different things, okay? And down here is where the magic happens. This is where you start to write your email. So this is email number 1. Okay, and one cool thing that we built into our follow-up sequences as well is the ability to use the booster feature. So this means that it's also going to send to the people that do not open the initial email. So you're pretty much going to be able to get double the amount of traffic automatically because again, only a small percentage of people will open your emails at any time, whether it's a broadcast or a follow-up sequence. Usually follow-up sequences do get a good amount of open rates, especially if they're brand new customers or brand new subscribers, because again, you're most likely offering them a free gift, or they're brand new to your list, so they're wanting to get your updates and things like that. But again, there's still going to be, even at the very best, if you get 40% of people opening this first email, there's still 60% of people that did not open the email. So this additional option here will allow you to get more traffic from those people that do not open. And you can change the subject line as well. So new subject line here. All right. And here's where you actually write the email, obviously. Now, one thing that I like doing when it comes to follow-up sequences, and this is specifically when I'm building a list. So this is a perfect person that's a new subscriber. So let's say that they just joined my list and they've requested to get a free PDF as an example. So I'll say, hey, thank you for joining. The PDF that you requested can be downloaded here. All right. And sometimes I'll also, introduce myself. This is Joshua Zamora. I'm glad you've joined my list. You can write a little bit more of an intro there, and then the PDF you requested is here. And usually and I'll talk about this here in a second, usually since I've also at this point already presented them with an offer to purchase one of my products, I'll go ahead and reinforce that in the first follow-up email as well, okay? Because again, at every point of contact when someone is joining my list, I'm trying to monetize that process. Okay, so as soon as they join my list, they're going to be redirected to a thank you page where I'm offering them to upgrade their PDF or complement it with a software or complement it with a training, whatever, a video training or whatever it may be. I'm already trying to monetize it immediately. Okay, so again, I'm going to reinforce that here in the first follow-up sequence. And this allows you to, that's where I go back to monetizing your follow-up sequences, okay? You can go ahead and mention that again here. So I'll just close it out, Joshua Zamora, and then I'll add it very subtly as a PS. I'll be like, PS, if you missed picking up the limited time discount, feel free to pick it up here. And obviously I'll be, I'd spend a lot more time to make this a lot more copywriter friendly, okay? Instead of just writing this bare basic copy. But you guys get the idea, okay? I'm delivering the free gift that they requested, but I'm also reinforcing the fact that I presented them with the offer and giving them a second chance to pick it up. Another thing that you can do here is mention an affiliate product. So you can say something like, by the way, this software also makes my training better. Okay, so here I'm reinforcing the offer they've already seen, and I'm also just subtly throwing in an additional link to an affiliate product. Okay, you can do that. You can't. Usually, I just do the one link to my product. Okay, and I'll save this. I'll save the affiliate monetization for the PDF. Okay, And again, this all comes back to you guys connecting everything with monetization opportunities. Okay, so this free PDF is going to contain links to the product that I mentioned. I'm going to have that most likely in the footer of every page, something like this. Hey, if you missed picking up the limited time discount, feel free to pick it up here. So I'll most likely have this in the footer of my PDF, and sprinkled all around the PDF, I'm going to be mentioning resources that I'm using. I'm going to have a resources page, obviously, as well, mentioning all the tools that I use, you know, everything, all the training that I have to monetize that process as well. Okay, so again, whenever you're setting up funnels or you're setting up follow-up sequences, you want to think about different ways to monetize it, because yeah, you can just sit here and build a list all day long, but that's not what gets you paid. What gets you paid is actually monetizing that list. So at this point, I've already got what, 4 monetization processes in place. So monetization number 1 is the moment they join my list, and let me show you guys where you can do that, because this is probably the most profitable area that you can use within Sendiio. And I'll show you what that spot is. So immediately once they join my list, I'm going to do add form. This option here is where you can make a lot of money. Okay, successfully subscribed URL. So the moment that they subscribe to your list, they're going to be redirected to whatever list you put in here. Excuse me, to whatever link you put in here. And once you get to that link, and this is probably one that I've used as well, and I'll show you guys how that looks. I'll show you guys 2 different examples of some of my thank you pages. So someone joins my list, that's monetization number 1. They join my list, they're automatically redirected to the thank you page, and on that thank you page, I'm trying to monetize them by offering them a free gift, offering a coupon or whatever it may be to my product. Okay, so that's monetization number 1. Monetization number 2 is to reinforce that here in the PS of my follow-up email number 1, and then monetization number 3. So I guess I'm at 3 monetization points. Monetization number 3 is the PDF that I'm offering, or even if it's a video training that I'm offering, I'm going to be mentioning different resources, different things, different products in the video that I use to get the results that whatever it is that I'm training them about. Okay, so 3 different monetization strategies right then and there, with only the first follow-up sequence that we've created. Okay, and let me show you how this looks. So this is a case. This is one of the freebies that I'm offering right now. It's a case study where people can see me break down a $22,000 affiliate campaign that only required 30 minutes of work. Okay, so great hook, great angle, and I get a good opt-in rate with this simple video. Okay, and I think this video might be what, 15 minutes long. Not really sure, but it's not that long of a video, and it's pretty much me walking people through Sendiio, showing them how I use it to promote this product. Okay, and here at the bottom, this was all possible because of the automation that's built into Sendiio, and I have a coupon code here for them, offering them to upgrade. Okay, so again, there's obviously a squeeze page before they land on this. So this is the page that they land on immediately after they opt in, so that they can watch the offer that the video that I offer them for free, and then they have the option to upgrade. Okay, so this is one of the thank you pages that I love, that I create. I love these because you're pretty much linking to the sales page, and you're linking to a coupon code here at the bottom. Another one that I use quite a bit as well is something like this, where I'm offering them a case study to that's being sent to their email. Okay, so instead of immediately redirecting to the case study like I did on this one, here I'm redirecting to a thank you video. So in this video, I tell them, hey, thank you for requesting the case study. I'm going to be sending it to your email right now. However, before you do that, watch this very short video. And in this short video, I pretty much tell them, hey, along with that case study, I've created an entire course that you can pick up that complements that case study. Okay. So and this is pretty much a sales page. It just has the top portion of it is a thank you video, but the bottom is a straight sales page. Okay. So $14.99, they can pick up this, okay, this course here. All right. So those are two different types of thank you pages that I like using. One where you link directly to the freebie that you're giving them with an offer on the bottom, and the other one is kind of like a hybrid where it's a thank you video with the sales page posted below. All right. And again, this is where you can use that to make a good amount of money, because in my mind, every time I'm building a list, I'm always thinking of monetizing it. And the reason for that is because, again, you want to be separating the freebie subscribers from the buyers, people that are willing to spend money, so that you can, again, always be segmenting your list. Okay, I've talked about this on the other sessions. You're segmenting or tagging your different emails so that you can start understanding who is who on your list, and then that'll allow you to make better decisions when you're promoting things in the future. All right, and you can do the same thing with the already subscribed URL. You can use the exact same URL, because if for some reason someone is subscribing to your list again by mistake, you can still monetize that process. Okay. So let me head over to the questions box. Perfect. So Michael's saying, can you talk about the form section to help with connecting to Convertri? It actually doesn't happen in the form section. Andrew actually created a complete training on how to connect Convertri to Sendiio. So you can check that out inside of the Convertri members area. But since we connect with them through our API, you're actually not using the forms. You'll pretty much be connecting Convertri to Sendiio and then just choosing what list you want your subscribers to go to. So there's no need to mess with this area here. Crawford is saying, so I asked the question wrong. My sequence does not start after people sign up to my form. Okay, so I'll talk about that here in a second. Let's see. Greg is saying, I have successfully added 2 domains in the personal license fee section. I had the status to be ready. Often when I log back in, there is a message missing record DNS. The status was ready previously. Additionally, under the My Account section, the SMCP hostname had active and verified to find. The verified column indicate no. Yeah, if you shoot, Greg, if you shoot over a support ticket, we'll get that taken care of. Most of the time when we see that, it's usually a hosting issue where it's kind of like connecting and disconnecting, connecting and disconnecting. And that's what we've been seeing when that happens, okay? Mike is saying, is there a way that I can connect Sendio to Facebook lead ads? Yes and no. There's actually a software that a friend of mine, Cyril, released, and he released it a couple weeks ago. But I think we were in the middle of the Convertri promotion, so I wasn't able to promote it. But he created a software that allows you to connect his software, your Facebook lead ads, to Sendio, and have that process happen. So he integrated with us. I told him that I had to come back to it and promote it privately. But yes, that is one way that he does it. And I think he does Google lead ads, or YouTube lead ads, and Facebook lead ads. So I am planning to get that out to you guys, because it's definitely a great product if you're using Facebook lead ads and YouTube lead ads, and it connects directly so that your leads go directly into Sendio. But I'll be talking to him about that hopefully in the next week or so, about possibly when we can get a special deal for that, because he launched it I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and whatever special he ran for the week or so that he had it is most likely already gone. So I'll have to like talk to him about what we can do. All right, so where are we at now? Follow-up sequences. All right, so boom. So this is follow-up sequence number 1, and then let's add another email. All right, so now here we are on email number 2. Usually from this point forward, I start to kind of warm up the subscribers. Okay, so I'll start to lead in with some value-based emails. However, they're value-based emails that continue to promote the product that I'm promoting. So, for example, if this first email was a PDF about email marketing and how you can start building a list, so and so, then this first follow-up email will most likely be about different, let's say, I don't know, I can maybe talk about a different way to start building a list. So maybe something that I talked about in the PDF and just reinforce it a little bit, and then kind of just tie that back into the product. So I'll be like, list building strategy number 2. Okay. And yes, I wanted to resend to unopens. Send after 2 days. I usually like to have that one day gap before the sequence actually starts. And then again here it'll be something that talks about another list building strategy that also ties back into the offer. Okay, so each one of these is going to be tying back to the offer, or it'll be some completely value-based email, but it'll be a sequence email. So this will be list building strategy number 2, and then I'll add another email that talks about list building strategy number 3, and then in email number 4, that's when I'll start a stronger promotion of the product. And I'll be like, hey, look, all of these list building strategies that I've been teaching you, you really can't do them without a powerful autoresponder. So here's a special offer for you for you to pick this up now. Boom. And then after email 4, email 5, and email 6, I'll kind of have it be more of a promotional style email. Okay, so list building number 3, and then I'll just keep that going. All right, and one good thing that I do with sequences as well is always kind of do the hook at the end. So in the PS is where I'll say something like, hey, keep an eye on your email because in the next day or so I'm going to send you another list building strategy that you don't want to miss out on. Okay, so you're always using that soap opera kind of system where you are hooking them at the end with the PS so that they can look out for your next email. Okay. So perfect. We can go ahead and I won't save this sequence because I actually don't want it going out to these people since it's just a bunch of gibberish emails. But that is setting up a sequence to existing list emails. So I think it was, who was it? Someone that's saying that it doesn't send out. Let's see, who was it? Oh, Crawford. So Crawford, you were asking about the sequence does not start after people sign up to my form. So one thing you want to make sure you're doing, Crawford, is instead of existing list emails, you want to do new list emails. Okay. And this is again for those people that have not joined your list yet. So I'll select that same list. And then from this point forward, it'll start sending out the emails for everyone that joins the list. Any new subscribers. But if you already have existing subscribers, that's where you want to use this option. Okay, and if you are using new list emails and the emails are still not going out, then shoot us a support ticket and we'll check it out for you. Maybe there's some issues going on with your the sending delay, or maybe it could be a technical issue, but for the most part, if you have new list emails and you have all your settings set up correctly, it should be working fine. Okay. Yeah, and that's it. And then someone asked if you can exclude tags. Yes. So here you have the ability to exclude lists, and then you also have the ability to exclude tags, and that is regardless if you're using lists or tags. And same if I choose tags, then you can exclude lists and you can exclude tags as well. So I wanted to make sure both of those were in there because I use tags a lot and I use lists a lot. So I want to make sure that if I'm ever using one or the other, that I want to make sure, again, the same subscriber isn't getting two different promotional emails. Tony is saying which one to use if you're importing emails from another email autoresponder. So if you're going to be importing, that's a good question actually. If you're going to be importing a new list and adding a new list in here, then you're going to use existing list emails. Okay. Because again, the moment that you add those subscribers to a list, they're already existing emails on a list. So make sure you use existing tag emails. And that's actually a good question. So let me write something down real quick to, I'll maybe have the developer add a little question mark here to kind of clarify that. That's a good, now I can see why it can be confusing. Let me write something down real quick. Yeah, good question, Tony. Thank you for that. Daryl saying, does Sendiio have an API key? Yes, we have an API system, and then each user has their own API key. So yes, here at the bottom we have, this is our API documents at the footer of our website. You can go to that, and to get to your API key, you just go to edit profile, and towards the bottom, or towards the kind of the bottom of where you add your name and all that stuff, you'll see your API key. I won't click on it because then you'll be able to see mine. Cloud is saying they're going to be a replay. Yes. Greg is saying, when looking at my list, how can I see the names and other information in the list other than just the email address? Let's see if I can do this without getting in trouble. All right, so here you can manage emails. So any list that you want to look at. Oh, look, there's only one email. No, there's 500. Let me see if there's a test email in here. There's only one email in here. Yeah, let's check out this one. So manage email. And then here's where you can see the email that's in here. If you click on it, then you can see the first name, last name, and all the information that was captured when that person joined the list or when you imported the list. Okay, and if you want to do this specifically for any email, then you go to email, you go to emails, you go to my emails, and let me see if I don't want to click on it. If yeah, there's a bunch of emails being shown there, but if I just click on this, same thing. You can get a lot of the information of, the redirect URL, who referred them. So this is someone that joined from an opt-in list, and you can see that you can even see the country, the city, what browser, the operating system, the device. So yeah, you can get a lot of information on who's on your list and where they came from and what website referred them. And I do want to improve upon that as well. I want to create soon an area where you can kind of get an overall feel of all your subscribers, and not just based on your broadcast stats, but kind of like a stats area of its own where you can filter and look through different things as a whole for your subscribers. Because right now you can come here to stats, and here you can see a lot of the information about your subscribers, what happened, who opened. You can show the emails, but I want to have something like this for, again, a separate area where you can get more detailed information about your subscribers. So that's something that's coming. Andre is saying, is this live? Yes, it is, Andre. Can you show what your forms look like, please? Yeah, so obviously, I mean, the form builder that we have in here are is very ugly, and I've been working with two of my developers right now to figure out a way to make this better. So we're most likely going to be integrating a third-party web form builder that's already done and integrating it into Sendio. Uh, but we just still haven't figured out a timeline for that. But let me show you. I mean, I don't use the forms within Sendio. Well, let me take that back. I do use it. So anytime I'm offering a bonus and it's something that isn't ready yet, I'll use a very basic form. So this is one of my forms, and I'll send someone this link. They can join that list, and then they'll be notified when this bonus is ready. Okay, but that's pretty much as simple as my opt-in form is, and I can show you guys. I mean, that's how it looks. If I click edit, it's going to look exactly the same. And what I do is I integrate it with either Convertri or with Optimized Press. So if I click edit form, I usually just keep it very simple like this: email and just a submit button. But if you see when I integrate it, here's one that I just set up yesterday for a 2.0 launch that I'm doing for Done For You Suite. So if I do Done For You Suite early, you'll see what an optimized press opt-in form looks like. And that's what I recommend for you guys. I mean, for the most part, there's a good chance you guys all have some sort of page builder, and that's gonna look a lot nicer than, something like this, the form preview. And my internet is going slow now, so whenever that loads, I'll show you guys. But yeah, this is one of the eyesores, obviously. Even though once it is nice and beautiful, I probably will still be integrating with a page builder, especially since we have a page builder in the works right now. So I just feel like, page builders are just easier. That's the way. They're page builders for a reason, and there's autoresponders for a reason. They just work separately, okay? And with the page builder that we're building, it's going to be obviously connected directly to Sendio with an API, so you won't even have to use the form builder. You'll just build your pages, build your forms on your pages, and then those forms will be connected to Sendio. So it'll be just pretty much just like Convertri. All right. Oh, someone is saying my screen froze. Oh, two people are saying the screen froze. Correct. Crawford is saying, what page builder do you use? Right now, I use Convertri and Optimized Press for the most part. And sometimes it's, whatever my designer uses as well. All right, so is my screen seems fine. Robert is saying, Josh, I have Done For You Suite. Well, we get the upgrade to 2.0. Yeah, so I believe the upgrades are already been released. Obviously, you just have to get some credits to be able to use it, unless you're one of the Agency Plus members where you get credits every month. All right, so all right, this finally loaded on. All right, perfect. So here, this is again a simple opt-in form that I built with Optimized Press, and it's integrated with my Sendio list. Okay, so that looks a lot nicer than this beast here. Okay, and it took 2 seconds to come in here, create this, hit save, copy the code, go in here, paste it, boom, they're connected. Okay, and here's another one here at the bottom. All right. So this is usually what my opt-in forms look like, something like this. Okay. And let's see, what else can we talk about here? We set up, so we talked about this. All right, I did talk about this as well. Some ways to monetize your list while building a list. And I talked about the perfect thank you page as well. Nice, man. So we pretty much covered everything that was on the agenda. Okay. And one thing that I want to talk about real quick too is if you guys can find someone that's in the same niche as you and you're both building lists, then you can guys pretty much start trading traffic. Okay, that's a great way to mutually build your lists. Obviously, it's going to be someone that you most likely trust, um, or you can just kind of like take the risk and hopefully that they prove themselves to be trustworthy. But one thing that you can do when you're adding a sequence in that first email, instead of, and remember I showed you talked about that PSS, that second PSS, that where you can add an affiliate offer. Instead of adding an affiliate offer, you can add a link to your partner's squeeze page, and then they do the same thing for their first follow-up email, and then you guys are pretty much trading the PS traffic to each other's follow-up sequence. And this works very, very well for both of you guys to be mutually building your lists at the same time. Daryl is saying, do we still need to use an SMTP provider if I have hosting? So I'm assuming you have a hosting account and you're asking if you need a third-party SMTP to be able to use Sendiio. So it's either one or the other, or you can use both. Okay. So you can connect your hosting account in here. So if you have a personal SMTP, that's where you would connect your hosting account. Okay. And you can see I have some in here as well. So I have 5 different, well, one host, but 5 different IPs in here. And you can have your third party SMTP in here, which I have some in here as well. Okay. So you can have multiple, or you can have one or the other. Daryl, hopefully that answered your question. John is saying Sendio is pretty sick. Thank you very much. And I'd love to hear from you guys. So if you're enjoying Sendio or you've gotten some good results with Sendio, or whatever it may be, post it in the Facebook group. Okay, let's hear. I want to hear you guys, see your results, see some of your open rates. The traffic that you're able to send with Sendio. That would really be good to see. Oh, Tony is saying, have you got an answer from ClickFunnels? Honestly, I haven't even done it. Let me put it on my to-do list now. But one person did reach out to them. There was a Sendio user that did reach out to them, and they pretty much told them the same kind. I think the same thing they told me. They need to see enough interest before they take it seriously. Pretty much, that's pretty much what they're telling us. You need to get a bunch of requests to get added. Is pretty much what I'm gathering. So what I'm thinking is when I do finally, get this going, I would need your guys' help to pretty much bombard them with requests to add Sendio to ClickFunnels. But I'll need to find out exactly how to do it first. Let me look through my email right now and see, because I did go back and forth with them a few times. And I think that's what he's pretty much told me, was that I need to create a forum, post, I think is the way that they said it. And then with that forum post is where people would kind of say yay or nay on whether they add it or not. Let's see. Let's see. Actually seen. Okay, he sent me a link on what I need to do, so I'll click on that and read through that. Okay, perfect. Daryl's saying, okay, let's do that. I'll go. Perfect. All right. So it seems like there's a few of you that are definitely willing to help out and bombard them. So perfect. Tom is saying, did you use Sendiio API to integrate with Optimized Press? No. So I used the HTML form code for that. Michelle is saying, how do you connect Sendiio using HTML? All right, if you guys want to see that, let's do that. So here I'll do this one actually since it's already done. So any page builder that has an opt-in form option should work pretty much like this. So this is Optimized Press, and they actually just released Optimized Press 3. Let's see, where's that? So make sure I don't mess this web form up. There you go, done for you, sweet, pre-launch. All right. No, is it this one? All right, I might be messing this up. Done for you, sweet, bonus notification is, okay, no, it's this one, the pre-launch, okay. So here is the editor. So I have the form code already copied. I click edit on here. So most page builders that you're working with are going to be something similar to this. And at some point when you are editing that form, you're going to see multiple options on how you want to collect your emails. So form HTML, and then here you can see custom form or email data. So obviously I'm using a custom form. If I had something connected with API like GetResponse or Aweber or anything else, it'll show up here as an option to use that instead of the custom form. But since we are not integrated with Optimized Press, I can't select that. So I'll just select all of this, delete it, and then I'll just paste that code that I just pasted, that I just copied. And you can see here, this was, well, you weren't able to see it since I was scrolled up, but this automatically got kind of stripped out and automatically put here. So by me posting this form HTML here, Optimized Press was able to figure out that it's an email form code, so it automatically attributed the email to that. The method as post instead of get, and the form URL is this one here, okay? And that's it. You click insert, and that form is now connected to Sendiio with our HTML opt-in form. Okay, and again, for the most part, any page builder that you use is going to work just like that with our, if we're not connected to them with our API. I can leave that now. All right, hopefully that helped you out. Dave is saying, can I connect my G Suite custom domain email account to Sendiio, or do I need one of the third party? No, you can definitely connect your G Suite custom domain. So you'll do that as personal SMTP. So here you come to personal SMTP, click add account, and you just fill out all this information here, and you're good to go. Well, first you have to add the domain. So you add the domain, then you add the SMTP account, and you're good to go. So that's the good thing with the personal SMTP. You can add any SMTP. You can add Gmail, you can add Outlook, you can add your own server, you can add any SMTP in here. All right. Zapier, yes, Zapier. I have to follow up with my developer about that because I have been bugging him about that quite a bit. I know he's been busy with releasing updates. Oh, and let me talk about the updates in case you guys haven't seen it. I did send an email about this recently, and let me see if he's done some other stuff because I know he's been working pretty hard to get updates released. So a couple of the updates that he just released were for SMS. So this was a request from one of our power users for SMS broadcast, but you can now forward replies of your SMS to any phone number that you want. So if you're on the go and you want to get your reply sent to a phone number, you can come here to your profile, go to the bottom and put any phone number here so that those replies that you're getting from your text message campaigns get sent directly to whatever phone number you put there. You also have the ability to come here to your replies, and you can now reply manually to any one of the people that reply to your campaigns. Okay, let's see what else he's added. Oh, I think he's working on adding a custom URL, or maybe he did add a custom URL support for double opt-in. So this is one thing that I requested from him as well. Let me see if that's been done. So he finished this actually yesterday. Let me see if I add a new list. That's really cool too when it comes to monetizing your list building efforts. If you're using double opt-in, let's see, where is it? There we go. Use custom successfully subscribed page. This is very powerful for you guys as well. Okay, so double opt-in successfully subscribed page. So here you can put either a thank you page for delivering your free gift, or you can do something a little different. You can just thank people for confirming to be on your list, and then you can offer them an offer. So this is very, very cool. I'm gonna record a training and put it in the training and send the email out about that, because that's very cool. And again, this was something requested. Well, first the user requested that he can customize, because before it was just a pre-built Sendiio page that we had, and someone wanted to be able to customize it, and I was the one that said, no, let's give them the option to customize it, but it's also give them the option to add a custom page as well, where you can have your own branding and all of that stuff. So that's cool there. Add ability to use keyword phrases in SMS bot. Oh, perfect. So now you can use keyword phrases. That was one thing that I know was going to come up as well. So I'm glad that he got that done. So when it comes to the bot replies for SMS, you can now have a keyword phrase. So let's see. Hey, I have a question. Perfect. So yeah, so before it was just keyword by keyword. Now, if someone replies with an entire phrase, you can also have an automatic reply. So if they say, yes, send me the code, boom, then you can have a reply to that. So that's awesome. That's another good update there. Add asynchronous upload for pasted list emails. That doesn't really, it's not really exciting. Oh, is that one done, or is that a new one? Text a word to opt in. Oh, perfect. So that's already done. So you can text a word. So you can have people text in a word, and then they'll be automatically added to your list. So I have to send that out as well. That's very cool. And I think that's what he's done for this week. New subscriber notification email should show all associated data. That one isn't closed yet. All right, so those are the ones that he's released over the last few days. So those are some pretty cool ones there. Zapier, let me see where Zapier is at. See if there's any update there. Let's see. No, he hasn't gotten to that yet, but I will send him an email. Let me actually reply now to that. Perfect. So I just send him an email to reply to that. And hopefully Zapier gets done. If anything, if he hasn't done or isn't currently working on Zapier, I'll make sure that he puts that in there, because I know that there is a lot of requests for Zapier. Robert is saying, great software, Josh, is better and better with time. Yes, thank you very much. And it's all with your guys' help. Most of these updates that we are releasing are because people are sending them in, and we love them and we implement them. As simple as that. So if you have something that you guys want to use or you want us to do, send it over, and we'll do our best to get it in there. Greg is saying, will you be integrating with MailChimp? Not really. MailChimp is an autoresponder, so they're kind of our competitor, so I'm not sure how we can integrate with them. Michelle's saying Zapier costs. So I know that Zapier is free for certain apps and certain zaps that you can create, and then there's paid programs. They have paid levels for the more, what they call premium apps. So for me to be able to use GoToWebinar and be able to zap people into a GoToWebinar listing, that is considered a premium app or a premium zap. So I need to pay for that, and I think it's $17 a month or something like that. Crawford is saying I canceled all my other services. Awesome. I'm glad that we can help you save some money. Nice. Crawford is saying $20 a month. Daryl is saying, what about people open email at certain times? Can Sendio sense that? I mean, it'll tell you, who's opening your emails, but I'm not sure if you mean like it can like sense the fact that people are going to open at a certain time. What you can do is you can, whenever you're sending out your broadcast, you can have it be set at a specific time zone. So if you're working in a different time zone, or your subscribers are used to receiving your emails in a specific time zone, here at the bottom, if I unclick this, you can change the time zone and have it sent at whatever time zone you're in, so that your emails get sent relative to the time that's in your area. Chandra saying, can we have heat maps on our emails where we come to know which part of the email is being clicked? Yeah, so Chandra, send that over to our support desk as a feature request, and we'll talk about it and see how how complex of a process it is, and we'll see if we can get it added. I like that idea, and like I said, I want to create a more detailed stats and reporting page, an independent stats and reporting page where you can get an idea of all your subscribers. So I'm already like kind of thinking about that, and heat maps could be an part of that as well. I just posted our support email in the chat box, and I'll post it here. Oops, still have the HTML form code copied. All right, send to all. And I think that's it for today. I think we've covered pretty much everything. Nice. Let me grade yellow those out. And nice. So I think next time maybe I'll talk about Facebook, or maybe dive more into SMS, and we'll see. Nice. So let's see if there's any more questions. What about ClickFunnels? I tried HTML form, but ClickFunnels rejects it because the HTML form has a script in it. Maybe try the iframe code. I haven't seen anyone tell me that ClickFunnels rejects it. So if it is rejecting it, try the iframe code. We have here my forms. We have HTML, and then we have the iframe. Let me move this out of the way. So here we have iframe code. So maybe they work with the iframe code. Not sure. John is saying, do you hit us up at that email for crisis-proof marketing bonus? Yes. So that is my support desk for pretty much anything. Chandra saying, anything you can share on Facebook pixels and using into Facebook. So the first thing is, I mean, anytime you're sending traffic, if it's sending to a page that you control, you want to be making sure you're pixeling people at every point. And that's one of the things. As a first thing, if you purchase Sendio Academy, it's the very first thing that I talk about. Watch this video first, and it's all about remarketing, because you want to be pixeling people immediately. So when they land on your opt-in page, when they land on your thank you page, when they land on your double opt-in confirmation page, when they land on your sales page, whatever it is, you want to be pixeling people at every step of your process. Because I mean, retargeting traffic is practically free traffic. Okay, it's so dirt cheap that it's literally dumb if you don't do it. Okay, and at the same time, once you're pixeling once you have that retargeting list being built inside of Facebook, then you can start building list based on that retargeting list. So Facebook has a pretty cool tool where you can create an audience based off of an existing audience, and it'll match people that are similar to the people that are in your retargeting list. Okay, so that gives you a bigger audience and a much more targeted audience because you're building it off of an existing audience that already has data. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense and I didn't confuse you, but pretty much when it comes to Facebook pixels, pixel everything. Okay, as far as pixeling when it comes to sending out an email, I haven't really discussed that. I'm not sure if how we can do that. If we can have a pixel within an email and have it work. I've never actually done that. If anyone's done that on here and you can confirm that that is possible. Steven is saying, is that pixeling? A new word for me. Yeah, I mean, when you pixel someone, pretty much, you know, they land on your website and boom, they have been pixeled and now they are on your retargeting list. Michael's saying, really need a different view of email contacts. Currently can't see any info except the email address. If you are looking for a client and don't know the email address, almost impossible to find the name. Oh, okay, that's a good suggestion there. Let me write that down as well. Some more search parameters. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that, Michael. And feel free to send that over to our support desk as well. Stephen is saying terrific help, even to a rookie. Thank you very much. Glad that I can help. Derek is saying, will there be a replay? Yes. So I guess we'll be calling it shortly now. I don't see much other questions coming in. Oh, here, let me see. There's one. Yazer saying, what about if I send an SMS message? Will it be for free or will I pay for the service? So yeah, so we are integrated with Twilio, and Twilio is a pay per use service. So there's no monthly fees, but you just pay anytime you use it. So it is pretty cheap cost for each message. And yeah, you will pay only when that SMS is sent. Anthony is saying, are there any future webinar plans on making the best use of SMS marketing rather than just, yeah. So yeah, I do plan on kind of breaking down each section. So walking you through to, you know, email obviously is a big one. So I've kind of, I think at this point I've talked about everything, creating lists, using tags, broadcast, follow-up sequence. I haven't talked about the email URLs, but this is pretty much simple. Here's where you can control all of the links that are sent out to your broadcast. And this is, I think we are the only one that allows you to do this, where if you accidentally send out the wrong link or a broken link, you can come in here and fix that instead of having to send out an email saying fixed link. So that's pretty much all there is to say about that. So yeah, I think at this point I've talked about all the email stuff, and then we can move on to either SMS, Facebook, or ringless voicemail and kind of just dive in through that. Perfect. So Harry is saying, would love the walkthrough of each section as I'm only using some of the features. Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely continue this and work my way down. So definitely keep an eye on your email for more of that. Kevin is saying, can agency be white labeled? No. Yazir saying, how could I add a countdown timer that automatically resets itself in an email sequence? I know there are software out there that allow you to add timers inside of email. I'll have to look that up and see which one they are. I always add my timers on the pages that I'm promoting. Robert is saying my academy has no training. Well, that's definitely an issue. So it could be your browser. If not, hit us up in support. But you can see here that all the training videos are posted in here. Anthony is saying, can you repeat that new SMS option update of opting in with a keyword phrase here? Yeah, so pretty much you can set it up for people that if you want them to join your list with a keyword, you can have them set that up. You can set that up so that pretty much you tell them, hey, if you're on the street or you're something and they want to opt in or you want them to opt into your list, be like, hey, send this keyword to this phone number and boom, they'll be added to your list from that point. Okay, and once we start going to the SMS features, I'll go ahead and kind of break through that a little more. Fred is saying my academy has no training either. Is it just blank or I mean, what is it that? Because I mean, I showed you guys it's showing up here. Maybe if you're using Firefox or something, try using maybe Google Chrome because it shows up here. I can play it. It's grayed out. All right, that's interesting. Oh, well, if it's grayed out, it's most likely because you haven't purchased. So Sendio Academy was an upgrade. So if it's grayed out, that means that you passed up on that upgrade offer. But if you didn't and you purchased and it's grayed out, then hit us up in support desk and we'll make sure to get that fixed. There it goes. I know. I knew Mario. I knew that it was Mario Brown. I didn't recognize. I didn't remember the name. But motion countdown by Mario Brown lets you add countdown timers. Robert is saying I thought it was part of the purchase. No, Sendio Academy was upgrade offer number 1. Mike is saying mine is blank. I did not purchase the upsell, so assume that is correct. Yes. So again, Sendio Academy was the one of the upgrade offers. If you guys would like to purchase it, I can post the link. I just sent that over to everyone. I think right now, let's see, what price do we have it at? I know I increased the price for everything. Let's see where it's at. So it's at $59.55 right now. Great training though. I mean, I covered everything that I know about traffic and monetization and all that stuff. All right. You guys are saying the name of the software, Motion Countdown. Let me post this link in here as well. Oh, whoops. So if you guys want to get Sendio Academy, there you go. It's in the chat box. And again, I think there's 12 different traffic strategies in here that you can use. And it's all stuff that I've used in my own business. And that's it. All right. I think I'll call this to an end now. I just heard my baby girl woke up from her nap. So gonna go say hello to her. But thank you guys for being on here for Q&A session number 4, I believe it is. And keep an eye on your email. I do plan on doing more. So everyone stay safe. Have a great it's crazy. It doesn't even feel like a weekend, but have a great weekend. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll talk to you guys soon.